how to grow your Instagram account. Anything else can work with this. The best content to create to enroll more coaching clients.
Once again, here we go. Know the name on the flow. Turn me up a little more.
In this video, I'm gonna give you the 3 most important tips that you need to implement right this moment in 2020 to start generating high-paying clients from an Instagram account. And again, this has nothing to do with how to get more followers, how to get more comments, or how to get views on your content. This has to do specifically with how to get more customers. Now, I want to make sure that I mention something before we get into this tactical advice. Unless you sell Instagram growth services, like unless you actually sell how to grow your Instagram account, anything else can work with this. Of course, it has to be, ethical and legal and stuff like that. Another thing that it may not work with this could be some e-commerce products. If it's something super low ticket, this may not necessarily that it would not work, but I don't know if you will make it worth your time, because there'll be a lot of outreach to other people that you want to work with. So, if you sell them something that is $20, this may not be worth your time trying, all right? So let's jump right into it. I'm gonna go into my phone and explain exactly what you need to do step by step to start generating customers. So the number one thing that you need to do is you first need to understand who you want to work with, like what type of customers you want to work with. So I applied the same things that I'm about to share with you here, and I landed Evan Carmichael, and he's a big influencer, big YouTuber. Also, it has a large audience on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and all the rest of the places online. So he was on my Dream 100 list, right? Like I wanted to work with him because I knew that I can bring more value to his business with my sales funnel tactics, with my digital marketing expertise. So last year, my main focus was selling my digital marketing services, all right? So what I did was I made a list of the people that I would want to work with, right? So people like Jay Shetty, Brendan Bouchard, Evan Carmichael, Prince EA, and things like that. So the same thing you need to do. You need to make a list of the people that you want to work with. And these guys, well, it all depends. Like you want to work with fitness influencers, you want to work with beauty brands, you want to work with people that are big on Instagram, but not big on other platforms. You have to make a list and you have to understand like who's the ideal person that you want to work with, right? And once you make a list of those people, then you need to understand what is the thing, what is your expertise, your skill that you can provide to that person to make it worth their time, all right? So that's super powerful because a lot of times people lose sight of this. Like, I see people messaging influencers and people with big brands saying like, hey, can I work for you? But doing what? Like without asking specifically and without, going straight forward to what is the thing that you can do right now to provide value for that person. Otherwise, why they should even pay attention to you, right? So it's super important. Number 2, you have to create 9 pieces of content. So this can be, 6 photos and 3 videos. This can be 1 video and 8 photos. This can be all 9 just photos, or this can be an audio clip that you just put on a photo and then you do the transcriptions on it, right? So it doesn't matter what it is, but I'm going to give you some examples right here on my account. So here are the 9 posts that I want you to focus on. So number 1, let's say this can be a best example because, my ideal customers were coaches, consultants, and people that had big Instagram followings, but were not necessarily monetizing with their expertise. So one of my posts was the best content to create to enroll more coaching clients, right? So I give some valuable advice right here on the photo. So this is super important. You have to understand what is your expertise and create those 9 posts around that to speak directly to your ideal customers. Another one was 3 ways to raise your coaching price. Bundle up your coaching with bonuses, extra videos, worksheets, and mini courses. Sell your coaching as a package versus only. Create a 30-minute presentation and a simple application page to filter all the calls. 1 way to make your clients get better results. Create a success map where they can identify themselves at the stage that they're at in the journey you're taking them through. I created some funny emotions in here because that's super important. You don't need to learn how to get more followers. You need to learn how to get more customers. And then I said, change my mind, right? Like it's a funny one, but it speaks to my ideal customer because if they already have the followers, they don't need more followers. They just need to learn how to get more customers. So that's super powerful. Right here, I talk a little bit about a paid ad strategy on how you can get more views on Instagram. I also add some social proof where I interview Pat Flynn on how to start a podcast and how to get customers from a podcast. That's super important too. And that just aligns me with other big brands. So that brings me credibility. You can do the same thing. You can interview other people, or you can just do a couple of videos on somebody else's take. And then you put your advice and your stuff on what they say. So these are pretty much the 9 posts that I use. And then let me show you. So we talked about number 1, identifying the people that you want to work with. We talked about number 2, what are the pieces of content that you can create. And then number 3, how to reach out. So I'm going to pull out real quick the message that I sent to Evan. So let's see. All right. So this is very important because you have to pay attention. You never know where the opportunity will come, right? So Evan posts a video or a story. I don't remember exactly what it was. And you can see in here, this was last year, 2019. So he posts something on his Instagram story talking about he wanted to go into ClickFunnels, but not knowing and struggling with implementation and things like that. And then boom, I message him and I say, hey, Evan, just saw this. Let me know if you need help with ClickFunnels and I'd be happy to help. Just got back from Funnel Hacking Live. One of our funnels hit more than 1 million in sales. Boom, boom, boom. He says, yes, right now I'm trying to go all in on ClickFunnels and I'm struggling hard on implementation. So what's the lesson that you and all of us need to learn in here? I went straight to the problem that he had. I explained why I was having a solution for his problem. I explained the fact that I had results previously. And then another photo that was on my account was, I think was this one with me on the stage with Russell and Todd. So that, of course, brought some more credibility on the table. But just to make everyone understand, like this works even if it's not necessarily a big influencer. Think about it, right? This can be an everyday, if you work with coaches, consultants, or if you're a health coach and you're trying to go after regular people, or if you're a fitness trainer and you want to sell more fitness coaching, you don't need to talk to, big influencers. You can just talk to the regular person and then you reach out to them and then you have the 9 posts, because what happens, the first thing that a person does when they click back on your account, they want to see what you're about, but they don't care about how many followers and how many comments you get unless you actually sell, Instagram growth services, right? So let me repeat that. Your clients don't care how many followers and likes and comments you get unless you actually sell that service, right? So if I remember somebody at some point that had like 1,500 followers reach out to me and said, hey, Marian, can I help you grow your Instagram account? And I clicked on his account and he got like 1,000 followers. And I'm like, dude, my account at the time, I think I had like 7 or 8K followers. I'm like, how can you help me when you don't have on your own, right? So that's important to understand. Before you reach out to somebody, make sure that your posts are relatable to what you want to sell, because otherwise, people will see that and they'll be like, why are you even reaching out to me? Because it doesn't make any sense, right? So it's super important to understand that and make sure you go and implement this. And let me know in the comments if you've ever done it. And if you've never done it, I challenge you to do it right now. So you don't need more than 1 day to have 9 posts with either video or photo. You can use a tool like Canva to create these posts. And I'll put it in the description. I'll actually give you guys the entire template for free, so you can download it right in the description below. But I challenge you to go and implement this and send 50 to 100 messages. And I guarantee you that anywhere from 5 to 10% of people that you reach out to will get back to you. And if you like this video about how to get more customers, don't go anywhere, because right here on my left, I put another video where I actually teach you how to get more followers and likes and comments and things like that. So if you enjoyed this video about how to get more customers, you're gonna love the next one coming up, because I teach you how to actually get followers and get more comments and grow your Instagram account organically. So I'll see you guys in the next video.